So you're in the market for a brand new real estate agent website in 2020 and you're looking for some design inspiration. The problem is you don't know what's hot, but more specifically, what is not when it comes to website design. Emmanuel here, and I've done all the research. I've read a bunch of articles. I've read through all the blogs. I've talked to people, and I'm here to tell you right now my top 5 trends to stop doing when it comes to website design in 2020. If you're in the market for a brand new real estate agent website, I'm sure you want to make sure that it looks great and trendy and up to date. The problem is you do not know where to start. However, if you are like most real estate agents, I guarantee you do not stay up to date with web design and UI UX trends. In fact, I can almost guarantee that most agents, when looking at a new website design, will look at their competitors' websites for inspiration. While that's great in theory, you do have to realize that most of your competitors' websites do have websites that are actually quite old and do not abide by the current design trends. I've been a real estate agent now for well over a decade. I've also been in the web design, web software development space for almost 2 decades now, and I've seen trends come and go. And I'm happy to let you know that these are my top 5 trends to stop doing when it comes to 2020 website design. But before I get into it, please make sure you click that like button. It really helps get our video out there and supports the channel. Thank you so much in advance. All right, coming in at number 5 is actually something I've been preaching for years, and that is the coming soon page. I still don't understand the logic in this. Even if you have a brand new website that you're just launching, you still have to market it. That being said, that means you still have 0 people visiting your website. If you have a website that's already launched, that means you're taking down a website for a coming soon page. That means you're losing people visiting your website. You're losing traffic. Why waste time designing, programming, and putting up a coming soon page to a website that essentially is not even ready to be finished yet or is nowhere near complete? Let's think about this for a second. You're essentially sending people to a website that is not there. It is non-existent. Look, I know that it can be very exciting to launch a new website, but truth be told, and let's be honest here, it actually makes more sense for you to complete the website design first with your developer and then do a full launch, as opposed to putting up a coming soon page in anticipation for a brand new website that you really don't have a clear expectation of its launch date. You'll thank me in the end. Coming in at number 4 of things to stop doing is hero image sliders. Now let's think about this for a second. When was the last time you visited a website that wasn't yours and you clicked through all of the slideshow images of a hero section? Typically, the user experience of someone landing on your website and looking at the hero section is about 1 to 2 seconds, if that. So picking out 5 to 10 images to add to your hero image slider is actually, in fact, a huge waste of time. There actually is hard evidence on this too. Nelson Norman Group did a study back in 2013 that clearly indicated that most people gloss over or don't even pay attention to the hero sliders. Not to mention the ones that do often find it extremely confusing. Let's not forget that loading 5 to 10 images that are pretty big on your website will essentially bog down your website because it takes time to load all of those images. What you should do instead is have one piece of content that has a very clear call to action and not try to confuse the user with 6 different ideas or points in one section. Coming in at number 3 is flat design. So flat design was actually popularized close to a decade ago, and if you remember Windows 8, I think it was, is where it really shined. The problem with flat design is that it made for a terrible user experience. The problem with flat design is that everything looked the same, whether it be an image, some text, a link. Users did not have a clear understanding of what exactly they had to do with a website. So it made for a horrible design. The good news is larger companies have actually come out with what they base their guidelines on for good UI and UX design. Probably the most popular and the most well-known is from Google, and it's called material design. The idea is to use 3-dimensional design in that you're using elements like gradients, shadows, and patterns in order to really show the interactive components of a website's user experience. Coming in at number 2, and to be quite honest, I still do not know why this is happening, and it is the autoplay of video and audio files on a website. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not referring to video backgrounds. I actually think those are great. I'm specifically referring to actual video and audio elements that you want to feature on your website. There is a ton of hard evidence all over the web showing that if someone lands on your website and audio immediately starts playing, they will immediately leave. So while you do want to feature, a nice video or audio file on your website, you definitely do not want it to play the minute that website loads. You want to leave it up to your user to when and how they want to consume that data. Coming in at number 1, and actually this is a very popular design trend that's kind of been trending over the past few years, and that is the hamburger menu. Not sure what a hamburger menu is? Well, if you've viewed a website on a mobile device, chances are you've seen it. Hamburger menus are usually 3 horizontal lines, typically located on the top left or the top right of a website, that when you click on it, it opens up the website's navigation. Now, don't get me wrong, I think hamburger menus on mobile devices are fantastic. However, on desktop devices, they are the complete opposite. Most people typically think that the hamburger menu is a good thing. When they click on it, it adds a layer of interactivity and it opens up a navigation on the window. However, that is quite the contrary. In reality, it actually makes for a horrible user experience. In fact, I've seen this time and again when it comes to website consultations with clients. We'll be reviewing a website, and when we'll land on a website with a hamburger menu, the client will typically leave because they have a hard time finding how to get to the next page. Hamburger menus make it very difficult for users to understand where to go. Not only that, the important information is hidden and it takes time and effort for a user to have to find it. The quick and easy solution is to not deviate from the norm. Put your navigation across the top of your page. The reality is, the navigation on the top is habitual. People know to look there, so there's no point to make anything different and make it harder for a user to navigate through your website. And there you have it, my top 5 design trends that you need to stop doing in 2020. Agree, disagree? Well, hey, leave a comment below and let me know. Also, be sure to like the video. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you get notified whenever we're pushing out new videos. All right, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next video.